2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another video. Hope you've been keeping very well. Today I'm going to show you everything that I eat in a day as a vegan, and I'm really excited for today because in a recent comment on a video, I should say, someone suggested that I share my favorite ways to season or add flavor to my favorite forms of vegan protein. So I personally really enjoy eating legumes, and as well as that, I really enjoy my good friend tempeh. I am a big fan of chickpea tempeh as well as soy tempeh, and in today's video I am going to enjoy tempeh throughout the day and show you different ways that I like to season it or add flavor to it and have it in different meals. So I'm really excited for this video. Hope it, makes you feel inspired to get into the kitchen and perhaps try tempeh if you haven't already. I will say I personally think that tempeh is an acquired taste. If you're more of a tofu type of person, I think that a lot of what I share in today's video will also apply quite well. But yes, first thing is first, we need to get into breakfast. For breakfast this morning, I'm going to make a BLAT, which is like a bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato, toasted sandwich type of situation. I recently got back from a trip to Melbourne, and in Melbourne, so many places have BLATs on their menu, and I figured it was time for me to make one at home. So with the tempeh is going to be like the bacon of it all, and I like to do like a barbecue smoky flavor for this type of meal. And yeah, it's going to be a really delicious start to the day. I am very excited to get into it. Also, can we just have a moment for my mug? I made these at my work Christmas party. I have 2 of these. They say ducky on the bottom and they are so cute. I can't stop drinking, I just keep drinking water out of them because I just love how they look, and I feel like this sense of pride about them in some way. So of course I need tempeh to make my breakfast. I also got a fresh loaf of sourdough bread this morning. If you want good sourdough bread on the Gold Coast, definitely recommend Paddock. It is my favorite spot. I also of course have some avocado, lettuce. I have some cherry tomatoes because I don't have any other tomatoes on hand at the moment. And then I also have some nutritional yeast, smoked paprika and barbecue sauce to get started on my tempeh. Okay, so I have my tempeh, it's all done, and I decided to bake my tempeh today, but you could definitely fry it in a frying pan if you were shorter on time, and yeah, just fry it up in a little bit of olive oil. It is looking very good. I am very excited to assemble my toasty for breakfast. So I usually would put some vegan mayo on this, but I don't have any vegan mayo in the house at the moment. I'm just going to use some of this Green Goddess dressing instead, which kind of has a mayo-like texture. It's a little bit thinner, but it tastes really good, and it'll just add a little bit of moisture to the toasty as well, which will be good. And of course, every good toasty starts with some thick cut sourdough. Now that looks amazing. Alrighty, that is my delicious breakfast. I say delicious, having not tried it yet. I trust that it's gonna be delicious, probably very messy, and yeah, that's how I really enjoy making barbecue tempeh. I love barbecue tempeh. It's also something that I like to use, to put on top of avocado toast or something in the morning, just to add some extra protein. And as well as that, it also tastes really delicious. So yes, it is a win-win-win all around. I'm gonna get into enjoying my breakfast now, but I will catch up with you at lunchtime. So I want to say a big thank you to my friends at Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I'm actually really excited because Cara and I recently launched our website for the podcast, and we created our website using Squarespace. I personally think it looks absolutely amazing, and it was something that was very user-friendly for us to set up. I genuinely really enjoy using Squarespace. I use it across many areas of my work, so definitely recommend checking it out if you're looking to launch your own website. It's a really awesome way to create or enhance your online presence, and as well as that, they have really great blogging features. So if you're someone like me who really enjoys food blogging and sharing recipes, Squarespace is the perfect place to set up a food blog. I genuinely find it super easy, and yes, definitely recommend. As well as that, Cara and I are obsessed with how easy it is to sell products and to also track orders and all of that kind of thing. And it's also really easy to link all of your social media accounts to the one place. So if you're looking to create your own website, definitely check out Squarespace. You can head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/AmandaDux. Use my code AmandaDux, and that will get you 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Alrighty, let's head back to what I am eating for lunch. Okay, I am very excited for the lunch that I am about to make, so let's get into the kitchen. So for lunch today, I am going to make a kale and tempeh salad. I am really excited for this one because I am going to make a creamy dressing to massage through the kale, which is going to be very, very delicious, I'm sure of it. So before we get into the tempeh, we do need to address I have some macadamias and cashews that are soaking in here in boiling water, and I'm going to use these to make a creamy dressing for my salad. So this is going to sit to the side whilst I prep the tempeh so that the nuts get nice and soft, and that way it's easier to blend them as well. When it comes to making tempeh for a salad, I really like to make a crispy tempeh that has lots of flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some tempeh into cubes. I'll use some olive oil as well as almond meal, nutritional yeast, some salt and pepper, and make a nice crispy coating for it. I might actually even have some breadcrumbs somewhere in this house, and that could be really yummy as well. But yes, I just love making a crispy tempeh in a salad. It adds a really nice texture and it's really good. I'm excited to show you how I make it. So in this bowl, I am going to put some olive oil, and then in the other bowl, I am going to mix together my dry ingredients. I'll dip the tempeh in the oil, toss it in the dry ingredients so that it gets a nice coating, and then we'll get on to cooking. So when it comes to the dry ingredients that I'm going to use to toss my tempeh in, I'm first of all starting with some almond meal. You could also use breadcrumbs if you have any on hand. I am then also using nutritional yeast because not only do I love the flavor of it, I also love the texture, how it gives like kind of like a nice crumb or a nice coating to tempeh. I also would usually add in some garlic or onion powder if I had any on hand. I don't have any on hand, so today I'm just going to use salt and pepper in the coating as well. But this is kind of where you can experiment and add different coatings if you would like to, different spices, sorry, to make a coating. So definitely keep that in mind when you are preparing tempeh, especially crispy tempeh. There's a lot you can do with it, and you should definitely be intuitive with the things that you normally enjoy. Can we also just have a moment for how cute my Sagittarius spoon is? So whilst my tempeh is baking away in the oven, I'm gonna get into making my creamy sauce. I love making a creamy cashew sauce and keeping it in the fridge because I use it for so many things. I'm gonna use it for a salad today, but this type of sauce is also really delicious to have on tacos or on nachos, or as a base of a pasta sauce, or even as an entire pasta sauce. It is one of my go-tos, so I hope you love it as well. So as always, I'm going to blend it in my Vitamix, and what I'm using today is cashews and macadamias as the base. As well as that, I'll add in some nutritional yeast, as well as lemon, mustard, water. Sometimes I like to add garlic and onion powder, or I might like to add some veggie stock powder. It really depends what I have on hand at the time, but yes, it's going to be delicious, and then we'll get into assembling our delicious salad. Okay, look at this big bowl of nourishment that is happening for lunch today. I am so happy with how this turned out, and it was also super quick. Would have been even quicker if I already had the sauce ready to go. So this is definitely something that I recommend trying out at home. If you're not a fan of kale though, because I know a lot of people aren't a fan of kale, especially raw kale, then definitely feel free to swap this out for some spinach or some extra lettuce or some other green that you love. But yeah, this is my lunch today. I'm excited, ready to dig in. Also having a full sun-dried tomato moment at the moment. I don't know if anyone remembers, like a year ago, I went through such a sun-dried tomato phase, and it is happening all over again. All right, time for me to enjoy this, so I'll catch up with you when it's time for us to make some dinner. Can we just have a moment for how gorgeous this golden hour light is in our apartment right now? Wow. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to make a noodle stir fry. This is one of my go-to recipes at the moment, and I really, really love it. And when it comes to the tempeh, this is actually one of my favorite ways to make tempeh because it is so easy. I've just cut it up into cubes and then added in some soy sauce and sesame oil into this container. And what I do is I shake it all up and then leave it to sit for like 15 minutes to like half an hour so that the tempeh kind of like soaks up all of that oil and all of that soy sauce. Sometimes I also like to add hoisin, but this is what I decided to go with today. When it comes to making a noodle stir fry, especially because I'm gonna do like a tahini kind of sauce for this stir fry, I personally prefer to fry my tempeh separately and have it as like a crispy tempeh on top with everything else. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Really excited. This is a really, really yummy and nourishing dinner. And yeah, I just love stir fry so much at the moment because it's super quick and it makes me feel really nourished and really good. So let's get into dinner. To say that I am proud of this stir fry would be an understatement. It smells good, it looks good. I feel like it's gonna make me feel even better. And yes, I'm just loving a tahini stir fry so much at the moment. For the tahini sauce, all I do is mix lemon juice, tahini, and soy sauce. I'll put the measurements in the description box, with a little bit of water, and then mix it all together and pour it over and only fry it up for like not even 30 seconds with that sauce through. And honestly, I am just very excited to get into this. I've got my crispy tempeh on top, and I have a feeling this is going to make me feel amazing. Also, there's just something about an udon noodle that does things for me, you know? Anyway, I'm very much so going to enjoy this dinner and get into it right away. I really hope you have enjoyed seeing different ways that I like to make tempeh and enjoy tempeh. If you'd like to see me do this style of video with any other ingredients that I like to use in my cooking, feel free to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for being here and supporting me in my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it so very much. Hope you have a very beautiful day, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye!